Welcome to the Horror and Gore Horror Movie Podcast, your number one podcast for all things horror. I'm your host, Big Goobs, and I'm joined with my buddy, Dakota. How are you, Dakota?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Doing good, good. Ready to talk some movies and get into some news. How was your week? Anything interesting happen?
Let's see. Let me think about my week this week. Since we talked last time, since our last episode, just work. Been it's been busy, but I got like a new motto. Not motto, but like a way I'm doing at work now. I think that will help me out a little bit more because of course, you know where I work. I'm trying to sometimes it's not good, sometimes it's good, but we're trying to get into where it's everyday consistent of we're not behind and we're staying forward. So I think I got a little technique in my head that I'm gonna start using every day, especially where our boss is gonna be out for 2 weeks. So I'm gonna try to see that so we can push forward. So when he gets back, he could be like, "Oh, you guys kind of don't need me when I'm going right out."
Hell yeah. Oh, that's good. I always like to
Oh,
say when it comes.
oh no. You can go. I got something else afterwards though.
Oh, yeah, when it comes to work and good days and bad days, I always like to just say it is what it is and move on to the next day. Try to make the next day better.
True, especially me, because I work Wednesdays through Saturdays. Then I have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off. So once I hit that Wednesday, once when I hit that Wednesday, I don't want to be there. When I get that Friday, I'm like, okay, it's Friday. Then I know the next day I got that one day, and Saturday sometimes goes through. Sometimes okay, at the beginning they are slow, but recently in the past, I don't know, it might be this year, especially since I moved apartments. It's quick. It's so quick on a Saturday, especially once it's the 10 o'clock range because I work 6 to 3.
Yeah.
So once I am 4 hours there, that last 5 hours just breezes on by.
Hell yeah.
But yesterday, no, it'll be Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. Some of my cousins came up and we went out and we went to our local steakhouse and we ate with them.
Hell yeah. A little family time never hurt nobody.
Yes, and if you guys are wondering, I did not get steak. I got chicken tenders. I would get, to be honest, I love steak, but steak is expensive, especially at a steakhouse.
You're not wrong.
Hell, the chicken tenders were still expensive. To be honest, I think I got I got 4 chicken tenders, a side loaded baked potato, and when I always go to the steakhouse, I gotta get a salad. I am a salad guy, so I had to get a salad and eat that. But still, I think it was nearly still $20 for all of that.
Yeah. Hey, but who doesn't love a good chicken tender?
Oh, yeah, with some ranch. It's gotta be with some. You gotta have some ranch or some honey mustard. It can't be any other sauce.
Yeah. That's
But what
good,
about for
man.
you?
Man, I didn't do much. It's been kind of busy. Last push to get my girls ready for school coming up on the 4th of August. So they got one more week to go and just pushing through, man. I did get to go see an early access screening to a movie, but I'll talk about that in our What We Watched. And with that being said, I'm sure this segment's going to be pretty quick because I didn't watch much, but what did you watch this week?
So I only watched one thing. I actually watched 2 things. One thing I'm holding off right now. I can't talk about. You guys will be hearing it later on in a couple months why I watched, and hopefully we can get the director on here for you guys so we can chat with him. But the other thing I watched is shout out to, first of all, to Pixel Scene Media. They sent me, I know they sent you Goobs, but a lot of our other friends, Bambi, The Reckoning. So I saw that. Glad I saw that because if you because of course it's gonna be our main topic today. Actually, I'm gonna save I off till we get to our main topic about the whole thing of like watching them in theaters and everything, how that is.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. I also watched Bambi the Reckoning, and shout out to, of course, Pixel Seed Media for hooking up that early screener. I'm still thinking about going and seeing it in theaters as well, just to support the film. I also got to go to an early screening of an upcoming horror movie called Together with Dave Franco and Allison Brie at my local AMC. Absolute banger. Go see that one coming up because it's worth your time. Then I watched from Dakota's favorite production company. I finally watched Drop. Not too bad. Not too bad. It was more entertaining than I thought it was going to be. However, you have to suspend your grasp on reality because ain't no way I would stay through that date with that woman with all that shit.
I'm gonna tell you this. There's two things. That and okay, there's one scene. You know when they show it in the trailer, so it's not a spoiler. You know when the window gets knocked out and everyone's like, it's like an air contraption thing going outside.
Yeah,
That would not happen in real life. If it does, let me know, guys. If you guys know about that, that would be weird if you guys experienced that. First of all, but the only thing that they have said that happens in this planes because where the velocity of a plane flying in the air, but because perfect example, if you look at Final Destination Bloodlines, when the windows get knocked out, they don't like suck them out through. That came out so wrong. First of all, but they sucked them out of the window. No, they just start sliding off.
Yeah, no, it definitely was embellished because the reason why planes do it is because you're at such a high altitude. They were just in a rooftop dining restaurant, so it wouldn't have done that. That's why I said you got to suspend your grasp on reality. But all in all, it was entertaining. It was definitely the best Blumhouse movie out that was released so far this year, in my opinion.
That's a hot take. That for me, that's the hot take. So I have seen three. I have seen this, Woman in the Yard, and Wolfman. I've seen Megan 2.0 too. That Megan 2.0. I don't know what's up with my talking today. It's so way off. But go and watch it very soon. I'm actually gonna pay the $25. That will be besides Wolfman, that will be the second Blumhouse movie I paid $25 for this year. Yeah. So if I do my ranking of Drop, it's second. Wolfman's still in first place for me. It's slightly better, but because if you do it's Wolfman, Drop, Woman in the Yard.
Yeah, mine's Drop, Wolfman, Woman in the Yard. I didn't mess with Woman in the Yard. I don't think it was tailor made for me, and I didn't like how the ending was portrayed. But that's a topic for another day. We could go on and on about the Blumhouse blunders. But I'm gonna trademark that, by the way. Blumhouse blunders. Trademark it. But then today I finally watched a movie that came out 15 years ago, and I'm so upset that it took me so long, but I finally watched Black Swan. Darren Aronofsky, I believe that's how you pronounce the director. Yeah. But, dude, absolute fucking masterpiece. Head to toe, top to bottom. Natalie Portman, there's a reason why she won Best Actress in this movie. It's shot well. It's a slow, not really slow. It's a chaotic descent into madness, obsession, the pursuit of perfection. I was blown away. And that definitely is like in the top 10 favorite movies of all time for me now.
So I've been wanting to watch this, but I was going to watch it recently until, what was it, Fox? No, it was some fuck, it's not Fox anymore. It's Searchlight Pictures. That's what it is.
Yeah.
They put out that I think it's the 15th. Yeah, it's
Yep.
the
15th of August.
no. Is it the 15th year anniversary for the movie?
Yeah, it's the 15th anniversary, and it's coming out actually, I think, on the 21st of August.
21st and I think
And
19th and
it's
21st.
yeah, and
And
it's
it's an
going to be
IMAX.
yep. And that's why I wanted to see it first to see if it's worth going. And yes, because this was shot on 16 millimeter originally in 2010. And dude, it fucking rips. It's not a horror movie, but there are some creepy things that happen, and it deals with a lot of psychological. It's a psychological drama thriller, but go see that. Go watch that.
Like I'm gonna wait to if my theater because of course you guys know I got the IMAX out in my theater. I was gonna wait till if they had those screenings that day. If they had them during all day, I would actually go after work on that. When was that? I can go on a Tuesday. That will be a Tuesday that during that week, so I can go on my day off and watch
Yeah,
that.
like I said, it blew me away, but definitely up there in my top 10 of all time. But we're going to go right into the news because San Diego Comic-Con has been happening, so we got quite a bit to get into. So I can pass it off to you, Dakota, for the first one.
Okay, so this is a two-parter, real quick. A new Friday the 13th for so it's new Friday the 13th stuff is happening because the JC universe is getting ramped up. First off, what was it? They talked about the mask. And there's this thing that they show first off, but we'll go mention it later on. But the piece after that is that the guy, I don't know if I would call him the CEO over the Jason universe, but he's like one of the higher ups.
Yeah.
They have announced that one, a video game's going to be in development. He says sequel video game, so I'm like, how you gonna do a sequel video game to a 4v1
Oh, yeah.
game?
Yeah.
So I don't know how you do that. But the biggest one out of that, which there has been rumors about all of this, and I'm gonna go into who I think is gonna be doing this. There's gonna be a new Friday the 13th movie. So we don't know if it's going to be called Friday the 13th or if it will be called Jason, because technically they still haven't. I don't know if they still got the lawsuit like settled yet.
Right.
The studio who's doing this, once I say this, a lot of people's gonna get mad. I think it's Blumhouse, and here's why. If you look on any of their social medias, from their Twitter page to their Instagram page, if you look at their following, yeah, follow a lot of people like Sarah Overtime. Like, for example, if you do the video game, like, even though they might go through Gun Media again, but they're following Call of Duty, they're following Fortnite, and those two haven't had any drops yet. Which I'm thinking either one of them, I'm hoping the Fortnite one gets dropped later this October with a new skin.
Yeah.
But one of the only studio they're following out of everybody is Blumhouse in that section. And that's why everyone thinks that they're going to do Blumhouse, because Jason Blum has said in the interview, I think it was during The Exorcist or Halloween at the time, that was the next franchise you want? Like, what's the number one franchise you want to have in this universe? Like, he has the Halloween, he's got The Exorcist right now, he just got Saw. And the one franchise he said was Friday the 13th. That's the one he wants. Like, that's his favorite slasher. He said out of everybody is Jason Voorhees and Friday the 13th. So I think they got the rights for it. I'm hoping. I don't know if it's Jason Blum's favorite movie. I'm thinking They're going to actually do it. So with this, because Blumhouse likes to do a lot of requels, right? The one requel I think you should do, which I think you could do it, is. But the thing is, they got to team up, I think, with Paramount for this because I think Paramount still has the rights. No, it's not Paramount. It's New Line. Yeah, it's New Line and Warner Brothers. I think they still have the rights. Is the sequel to Friday the 13th, 2009.
Yeah. Only if they bring back
Derek. I think he's gonna bring back Derek Ramirez because Derek Ramirez reminds me of somebody, and that is James G. Courtney. I don't know why, but those two remind me of the same.
Yeah.
Of the way he played Michael Myers and the way Derek Ramirez played Jason Voorhees. I could see him bring him back either for a sequel or them rebooting it and him bringing him back just for Jason.
Yeah.
That or they could get James G. Courtney for Jason.
Yeah.
Which I would not be bad at that either.
Yeah. I'm excited for all the Friday the 13th news because if we're being honest, it needs the breath of fresh air because there's more
bad.
Yeah, bad than good with that franchise. So hopefully we get some good stuff. But the next one we got quite a few different pieces of news for this particular universe here. But I'll go with the first one here. A new Toxic Crusader video game is going to be released December 4th. And this is a side-scrolling beat-em-up style game. Think your Double Dragon, your TMNT type style video games, and it looks absolutely fun. You're just scrolling down and beating the shit out of people. It looks fun. And I believe it's going to be on most new gen consoles, if I'm not mistaken.
And to go off you with this, if I can real quick.
Oh, of course.
So if the younger generation still don't understand what Goobs is talking about, there's one video game coming out right now that is doing the same exact thing, and it's in October. The Terrifier game. It's a side scroller, punch 'em up.
Yep.
So if you guys have seen that, like Goobs is saying, that's gonna be the same way with this Toxic Crusader game, which go and get the art one, go and get this one.
Yeah. And like I said, they were huge back when I was younger, the side scroll beat 'em up. And so I love that they're still doing it. So I am so down for it.
I think those type of games ended. Oh, I think they ended when I was little because I remember growing up still having those.
Yeah.
On the consoles.
Yeah. And they're still fun as hell. And so look out for that December 4th. Should I just keep reading these ones because they're in the same universe? Or you want to take the next one?
I could do the next one because I think you're going to want to talk about the third one. So for the second piece of news in the Toxic Avenger whole entire thing, Trigger Tree Studios has brought a lot of stuff out, especially with San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So the two things I saw they have announced so far, that might have announced more, but the two things I saw is that we're getting a 5-inch Toxic action figure, and this is for the 2025 this year's Toxic Adventures, not the one from the 80s. It's Peter Dinklage. It looks cool. I like the design of it, but if I can put it back here. But the one thing that hypes me up out of these two is that we're getting a full Toxic mask from Trigger Tree Studios. And if you guys know Trigger Tree Studios mask, they're good. Like I literally got, I I think I got 5. Yeah, no. Yeah, I got 4. I got 4 masks. I got 2 Michael Myers, I got a Freddy, and I got Art. That's how much I love Trick or Treat Studios mask.
Yeah.
And the design of this looks awesome.
Yeah, it does.
So you seen the design, Goobs?
Yeah, I had to look them up when you put this in there. So I'm not a huge mask collector, but I will say that Trick or Treat Studios does have some of the best out there.
To be honest, in your little like area behind you, I could see little toxic mask going like right above you, right up there at the very top.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some rearranging because I got some new stuff.
Heck yeah.
But the next one for all of us popcorn bucket degenerates,
Especially me.
we got another one, and it is the Toxic Avenger bucket from Cinemark, and it is what you think it is. It is a drum tin toxic barrel, and it looks awesome. The details on it, it has the ooze dripping out from the side. It looks badass, and I'm sure there's going to be more to come. But Cinemark is already displaying it on their socials. So if you want to check it out, go check out Cinemark social because you'll be able to see it. It's badass.
I think for that one, like I'm like weighing off the popcorn buckets right now. Like I haven't got one since. Oh, what's the last one I got? It was the monkey popcorn bucket, the last one I got. Yeah, I haven't got the Jaws. I didn't get the Mega one.
Yeah.
This one I might get because I can use it for storage space too. It's perfect for that stuff.
Yeah, I know they're basic and not a lot of people like them. I actually like the tin buckets, the tin popcorn buckets. They're my favorite design. Yeah, I like the cool, heads of things and stuff. But like you said, you could have multiple uses for it, and you could actually use it for popcorn. Because I bought the Scream one. It's very cool to have, but they're not. You could fit 2 handfuls of popcorn in it. They're mostly just for decorations. But I have my Mutant Mayhem popcorn tin, and it is the perfect thing for it. So I love this style. But don't be surprised if you get a Toxie Head popcorn bucket announced sometime by AMC or something.
So I will get that too. I won't be broke. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. But I'm going to pass this next one on to you because I have no idea about this. I don't know. I know it's a video game, but I don't know what it is. So take it away.
Okay, I don't know about a lot of video, but the Mortuary Assistant is a video game. I know the image. When I was doing this research about 2 hours ago, I'm like, it is literally 1:36 at night right now. So this is like near midnight when I was doing my research for this. The picture that came up scared the shit out of me. Like I'm the only room lit up in my house right now. I'm like that, and most, as all you guys know, that are my friends on here, or listen to the same Goobs knows where I live. And if I saw that shit out in the woods, yeah, fuck that, I'm out. So that's just a video game. I don't know what they're going to do with it in live action, but I don't know a lot of this video about this video game. I know it's popular.
Yeah.
But it's getting a film adaptation. I don't know if it's going to be theatrical or straight to streaming. And why I'm saying straight to streaming is that Shudder got the rights to this. Yeah. And it will be released next year. So I'm hoping if it's a popular video game that Shudder will actually hopefully they put in theaters because it's not partnered with the RLJE. I wish they could just put it That's its own thing.
I,
Or like the
I feel
IFC.
yeah, I feel like because I feel like they'll put it in streaming or in at least a limited theater run. Shudder's usually good at having those films and having the rights to it, but also putting it in theaters to give more potential
Traction.
for and traction for independent films. But speaking of independent films, we both know about the next one. So there has been a teaser trailer released for the upcoming Cineverse reboot of Silent Night, Deadly Night. And the teaser has me excited.
This one will go with this. I'm already excited for this. First of all, Terrifier 3 is attached to this. Some producers. You already have me hyped for that. Cineverse is already attached to this. You already have me hyped for that. Rowan Campbell is attached to this. You already got me excited. What makes me more excited about this is that this teaser trailer literally it shows you one kill, but it's not gory. I know this movie's rated. It's gonna be gory as hell, and it don't show nothing. And that's why I like, because I'd rather go into this not knowing any of the kills and how brutal they are.
Yeah.
And just be shocked when I see it in theaters.
Yeah. So I'm excited. That comes out in December of this year. I don't remember the full date, but
December 12th. I've been keeping track of this thing. Like I am so excited for this movie. Like there's this second half of this year. I just can't wait for this.
We have some bangers, man.
Then the next piece of news just wows me. This just wows me. We're going back to the Jason. So after I talked about the new Jason movie game releasing or being in development, they just had to drop a little trailer for it. I forgot what they call it, like it's not Vela. Is it Vela? I think it's Vela or something like that. Yeah. But technically it's a short film, but it's like a fancy term. For Sweet Revenge. And Goops, do you know anything behind this?
Dude, I don't know. I watched like the first 20 seconds of the freaking trailer, but I'm like, it was so intriguing. I didn't want to watch anymore. I saw basically where they pop out the water, and I was like, nope, I'm going, because this is a fan film, right?
No. This is funny as shit. I will just tell you it. This is in the Jason universe.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is how bad it is. This is an ad. This is an ad. This whole entire short film is an ad. I will tell you how you pick it up. Apple Orchard, the beer company. That's who's helping them produce this. Before the attacks happen, do you see how everybody has a beer and an apple in their hand?
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to 3C Films. I picked up on that watching his video. I literally was dying laughing when I saw this. I'm like, how the hell do you get Apple Orchard to make a Jason short film for your first scene when Jason comes back? And I think this is not in the news for this week that I didn't put in there, but I kind of want to hash this off with a little bit more Jason news that was barely announced, which I want to get more out there. So the mask, as you've seen, Goobs, Jason's wearing his new mask in this that they have designed for this Jason universe, which the concept for it is so dumb. It's a regular hockey mask. No, they want to put 13 holes in it for Friday the 13th, which one, I think that's dumb. And two, he has like a unibrow like looking thing on top of his mask now, which don't like that. But at first when I saw this mask, I'm like, in some pictures before, I'm like, oh, this looks bad. Until they showed one off of San Diego Comic-Con. Like, they showed on the Jason actor, and he looked bad in it for the short film. But he looks good in that trailer. but they showed at San Diego Comic-Con by itself. Don't look that bad, to be honest with you. And
Yeah.
it's going to be a Spirit Halloween this fall, so
uh,
I might actually be picking one of these up.
we gonna find out.
If you
But
guys see Jason aspect there, you know I picked it up.
shoot. Well, speaking of Spirit Halloween, we got some news. And for all the Terrifier fans, we have a Santa art animatronic finally coming. And it looks awesome. And that'll be at Spirit Halloween this year. What do you think about these?
Okay, this is it. This is where. I've seen this thing in action, like the video. I think this. I know that they had to keep it off for Terrifier 3 from last year because technically they never showed Santa art until the trailers. Not the trailers, but the movie.
Yeah.
Cash grab.
Oh, for sure, 100%. But I feel like because the other animatronic that they had for art was just him in the sunglasses with the flower glasses, which was awesome. But I love the Santa. I love Halloween Christmas, if that makes sense. Like, I love the combination together. And, you know, they're doing a hell of a good job with it being a cash grab because I might actually pull the trigger on an animatronic this year.
They have some new shit that's coming out with this. It's a Tumblr, and oh my god, what the hell was it else? There was something else, and it like piqued my eye. I forgot what the fuck it was.
Yeah. Like, one of my favorite things from last year was the Art Krispies cereal box wall art that I got. You know, like
It's gonna piss me off now. How much?
But so yeah, go to Spirit Halloween's socials, and they are showing all their new stuff.
Speaking of Spirit Halloween, I want to talk about this real quick. I'm getting more pissed off that I'm looking every weekend and won't tell me the locations available. They said, "Oh yeah, come back till mid-August." Mid-August? No, I want locations now. We are literally 3 days from where we're recording it right now. Like, the episode will be released tomorrow, so technically 2 days from where you guys listen to this, not listen this, until August. And that's 2 months away from Halloween, from October Halloween season. Like, what the fuck are we doing right now? Like, I am ready to go spend my money and go broke at Spare Halloween, but they're just like pulling it off.
Well, driving the other day, my wife spotted one. So they're popping up, but I don't even remember where I was driving. But yeah, definitely keep your eye out because we're all going to go broke. But speaking of
so for the next piece, which I'm excited for this too. Speaking of Halloween, VHS 8 was announced earlier this year, and we got the title finally for it with some directors. Like, I don't remember the directors, but you guys can go look up the directors on their social media page. They got it, unless if you got it, Goose, rather.
The one I'm looking forward to, the one that stuck out most is Paco Plaza. This motherfucker right here did the Rec franchise, the found footage Spanish film Rec. He did all of those. He did Veronica, which was a Spanish possession film. And he also did the prequel called Sister Death, which is actually a freaking scary ass nun film, unlike others. But it is phenomenal. And like I said, he is such a good good director. So I know his segment is going to be, my bet is it's going to be the scariest and I'm ready. That's the name that popped out for me.
I see so many of you guys talking about. I'm like, who is this? What's his name? Paco.
Paco Plaza, dude.
That's a fire name, actually. What the fuck?
Dude, you gotta watch the Rec franchise, and Veronica is good. It's not as good as the Rec franchise, or Rec 1 is great. Rec 2 is awesome. 3 kind of tails out. But like I said, Veronica and Sister Death is a good double feature.
I definitely have to watch it. I know I haven't heard of Veronica before, but I know I want to see Rec 1 and 2. I know Rec 1, I think they say is way better than number 2, though.
Yeah, Rec 1 is a found footage like master class of being scared and how to do it. So,
but speaking of the VHS with Mr. Paco Plaza being one of the segments, like I'm still blown away by that name. So we got the new title, which after hearing what you talk about this director and this title, I can see the two going along. So it's going to be called VHS Halloween. And you know all I think of when I hear Halloween and not found footage, Halloween and analog horror. Not analog, anthology horror.
Yep. Trick or treat.
It's trick or treat. That's all I can literally think of.
Yeah.
So I'm literally thinking of trick or treat in segments and found footage, probably cranked up by 10.
Yeah, dude, I'm so excited that it's Halloween themed. It's about time that that's the focal point of it. Now, I loved VHS Beyond last year. I love the sci-fi and the alien and like the cosmicness of it. But I'm so happy we're going because, I mean, Scary Movies is all about rotating around Halloween. And I don't want to say the last great Halloween-centric movie, but it was Dark Harvest.
Dark Harvest is good.
Yeah. So I want more Halloween-centric horror movies, and this is a great addition. Plus, VHS is fucking sick anyway.
And if you guys are wondering, it's gonna be released on Shudder, which I think they should start putting these back in theaters for a limited time.
Yeah.
But if you guys are wondering about release date, it will be released on Friday, October 3rd, at the beginning of the day. I was about to say there's no time slot. I'm glad there's no time slot like how there was back on television. Let's watch a sci-fi movie at 8 o'clock at night when everyone's going to bed.
Yep. Yeah, that's great. And then, so I'm excited for that. And then the last piece of news, I don't know how it's already happening with this because the second season hasn't even dropped, but Wednesday is getting renewed for a third season. If you're a Wednesday fan,
I like the show Wednesday for one thing and one thing only.
Jenna Ortega.
No, not Jenna Ortega. Emma Myers.
Oh, is that the friend?
Yeah, it's Enid.
The friend in the purple?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I watch the show. Like, it's actually good also, though. It's actually good also.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the first season.
Is it Tim Burton's best thing?
Don't shoot me, but I'm not the biggest Tim Burton fan. So, and the best thing, it's not even really his. I mean, it's Tim Burton Presents, but The Nightmare Before Christmas is probably my favorite, but it's not even his movie. He didn't even direct it. So, but his name's on it, kind of like
Jordan Peele's going to be with him.
Yeah, like Jordan Peele presents blah, blah, blah. So he gets credit for it, but it's not him. But if I were to go to an actual, if I'm not mistaken, James and the Giant Peach is actually Tim Burton.
Wait,
That's
hold
old.
up.
That's old.
That might not be. I'm a big James and the Giant Peach fan. I love James and the Giant Peach.
Is it? No, it's Disney.
James and the Giant Peach is directed by Henry Selick, the same man who made Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, okay, that's why I like it so much. But yeah,
he's a producer. That's why. Burton's a producer on it.
Okay, then here, fine. My favorite Tim Burton is shit. What is it? Did he even do that?
Oh shit! I thought one movie. Then I just seen another movie by Tim Burton. So I don't know who. Oh my god!
He definitely produces quite a bit. But yeah, he's
fuck it, I'm saying it. My favorite Tim Burton film is Batman Returns.
Yeah, that's not a bad one by any means.
I was going to say Edward Scissorhands, but Batman Returns is good. I'm looking at his filmography, though. Not a lot of his films are that great.
Fine. I'm going to go with Sweeney Todd.
I need to watch that.
Sweeney Todd's fire. It's a musical, but yeah.
My least favorite Burton film, though, his adaptation of Planet of the Apes. I think it's
oh god, that's terrible. Yeah, terrible. But you know what's not terrible? Our main topic. Some people might think so, but I don't. So, you ready to get into it?
Yes. So you want to tell the people what's the full main topic is?
Yep, the full main topic is the Pooniverse, also known as the Twisted Childhood. Is it Nightmare?
Universe.
Or Twisted Childhood Universe. Fucking open domain horror movies. We're talking Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare, and the most recent, Bambi the Reckoning. We're going to go over... We're just going to talk about them.
So, do you want to start with the first one?
Shit, we can start however you want.
Let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Let's go with the first one.
I got a question for you before we start, and it's relevant to this. Do you think that open domain horror movies are a good thing? I'm not saying that they're good movies, but are they a good thing? Do you support them?
Depends. This is something I want to say. There's a lot of stuff that's open domain. I'm gonna give you some examples right now. Besides this, I haven't seen Screamboat, so I'm gonna throw that out thing. I haven't seen any of them besides these. But Screamboat, I don't know. A lot of people don't like Screamboat. Oh, what was the first Mickey Mouse one?
Mousetrap.
I haven't watched it. I'm going to tell you a little story about Mousetrap. So when I used to go on TikTok Live, like just doing my own thing for it. So I was like, you see Mousetrap? Like, no, I heard it's horrible. The person came back, oh, I'm one of the main actresses of the movie. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, hey. I'm fucked. That's what I thought right there.
That's funny. I mean, you're not wrong though, because I will say this: I am a supporter of open domain horror movies. I think that if you can make a horror movie with an established character, more power to you. Most of the time, they're not going to be as good as they can be because a lot of them are independent, low budget films. But I am here for all of it. I wanted to go through and watch all of them by the end of this year, all the Popeyes, the Mickey Mouse ones, all of them. But I am a big supporter of it. because I just like people to create what they want to create.
So this is another thing I'm gonna put on this is it determines with this. I think open domain is good for some things, but the thing I think is good about it, what this whole entire universe is doing, once a universe, a lot of universes work in movies. We've seen that with a lot. Like for example, DC's first try sucked at it. Um, total garbage. Had rebooted, but this they started, and not a lot of people liked it. They listened.
Yep.
People, a lot of these big studios don't listen. Don't want to listen at all. And you do when you do trash after trash after trash, no one's going to keep on seeing your stuff. And that's what happened to DC. And Gunn rebooted it, and of course, we've seen what happened with Superman and what's going to be happening with that universe. What these guys done is they got a whole bunch of backlash from the first movie, listened to it, and they made it better in each of these. How would I say each of these movies got better? But they have kept the same consistency of greatness. And it's like there's no level down below any of them. Like they are all keeping the stay of the same pace. Like I think by the time, to be honest, the next movie in this universe I think could be the best one. Yeah. And I think they know it. Because if you look, it's I forgot the director's name of the first Winnie the Pooh and Honey, but it's also Scott Chambers. Like him, those two are the guys over this whole entire thing.
Yeah, the director of the Blood and Honey is I can't pronounce his first. I can't pronounce his. It's Rins R-Y or R-H-Y-S Frank Waterford. Right? Rise Frank Waterford. But he did both. He did Blood and Honey and he did Blood and Honey 2.
Well, I'm saying the next is going to be so good also is he's directed it. And plus all the stuff we have heard from it, it's going to be good. And if you guys are wondering if the next what the next chapter is going to be in this universe, it is Pinocchio and Strung.
Yeah. And there's a lot of news that we can talk about. Well, not a lot, but there's some news that we could talk about that. But I want to bring it back to the OG Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. This is what most people think is the worst one, which we'll talk about that later. But I recently rewatched this, and for what it is, I kind of like it. It's more of a origin story of how Winnie the Pooh and Piglet became evil. Christopher Robin would bring them food. They would play. He grew up and he went off to college to become a doctor and left them there. So they had to fend for themselves and they vowed to not talk and not trust humans anymore. And then this movie turns into like a home invasion, cabin in the woods style film. And I fucking dug it because it is a, who doesn't want to see a giant bear and a piglet kill some people in some violent ways? And what I love about it, it's practical effects, plenty of blood, not too much honey, but definitely gore.
Not too much honey, but a lot of blood. There we go.
There you go. So I think that Blood and Honey is the best start. And it sounds weird, but do you think it's the best starting point for this universe? Because like you said, they started it, it kind of fell flat, and they listened. So I think this was the best starting point for them to do it and how it worked, because they put it out there because it's something that they were passionate about and wanted to do. It bombed, and then they went back to the drawing board.
Okay, this is one we'll say. This movie is Terrifier for this universe. This is Terrifier 1. This does everything like that movie did. Everyone's complaining about this, besides the little nitpicks, is that there's no story in this. Besides the whole Christopher Robin thing leaving and all that. But besides that, the whole entire once you get to the cabin with these girls, there's no story behind it. Besides that one girl, and that's not even connected to the whole entire Piglet, Pooh, and all of them. So that's why it's that way. And like Goob said, the bombing, when Goob said the bomb, it's not the box office that bombed, it's the reviews and all that stuff that bombed. And like Goob said, they went back to the board. It's kind of like what they did with Terrifier. I don't know if Damon's always said he has a story. I don't know if he has ever had a story for art. And he knew once that movie got like traction, everyone loved it. Then he's like, okay, I might have to have a story with these people in it. I think that's what they did. I think they took a shot in the dark, took the property, made a movie. And shout out to 3C Films. I never knew about this movie until he done everything on this. Like, I've kept up with all this on his page.
Yeah.
And I actually peer pressured my brother into taking me opening night to go see this thing in theaters. We literally drove 45 minutes away to go see this thing. So after I peer pressured him into taking me that day, like I harpered on him. I'm like, there's this movie, it's Winnie the Pooh, it's horror. And he looked at me, he's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, just go along with it. And the one condition he said, he's like, you can get dinner for us. I'm like, I'm good. If you take him to the movie, I get dinner for you. I pay for you. I pay for your fiance. And he's like, it's okay when my friends come up like hell. I pay for him too. Bring him along. So we all went to 45 minutes. That was the closest show. Because the theater the other theaters have, they're not that great. Like, they're closer near us that were showing it. So we drove 45 minutes. The restaurant that we ate is literally right beside the theater, so it was perfect. We ate, parked a little bit down the parking lot, walked inside, and it was 7. Yeah, the show started at 7. And after that, head on the way home because we had work the next day. Like, movie starts at 7, ends at 9. I have to wake up at 5. And we're literally 45 minutes away. We made it home at about 20 because we flew home. Figuratively, not literally. We didn't actually fly home. We flew through the car. But after watching it, I'm like, it's cool. It's not the best. Then think about over time. I'm like, it's not that great. But besides that, Goobs, when was the first time you saw this movie?
So I tried to go to the theater and watch this one, but I missed out on it because for whatever reason, that was the one that didn't show up. So I had to wait for it to finally get on Peacock. And of course, once it did, that's when I saw it. And I was like, yeah, I can see why everybody was kind of bashing it. But hindsight is they made the first one for about $100,000. And guess how much they made worldwide with the whole thing?
8.7 million.
It was 7.7 million. Pretty close.
7.
Yeah, it was 7. So they made.
To be honest with you, but sorry to interrupt you.
No, they made bank on this movie.
What I was going to tell you is before I think it's the first night, or it was they were showed it like places like Mexico and stuff before it went to the United States. Yeah, because I remember seeing like clips on TikTok and stuff. I'm like, having like closed TikTok, so I don't see anything. They made the money back for the movie before it even hit the States.
Yeah, it's crazy. And that's what I love about these type of films, because there's that opportunity and word of mouth and everything like that. But like I said, this one wasn't the best one. I did enjoy some of the kills, like that hot tub scene is my favorite scene of the movie. When the lights are kind of flashing, and every time they flash, you see Pooh and Piglet get a little closer, a little closer, a little closer, and then they snatch her up. Like it's just one of those movies that I think later on down the road isn't going to be as bad or have that bad of rap as it does now, especially with what they did with the second one, because that's when they showed that when they get a budget, they will go hard as fuck.
You want to talk about hard? The first one still went hard. There's two things. The one that just popped in my head that I forgot since I watched. The thing I always remember is the car. You said they sent her up out of the
Yeah.
hot tub. Oh, the car to the head.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm like, fuck. Even though I think it might be CGI, to be honest with you, it's still brutal as fuck. And the other one, I didn't know it went this hard until I saw this at the beginning. Christopher Robin's was the fiance at the time.
Oh yeah.
They eat her. I'm like, dude, they ate the fiance. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing over here?
Well, I mean, they ate Eeyore, so what do you expect them to do?
That's another thing. Why the fuck do you eat Eeyore? Out of all the people you could, or things you could eat in the 100-Acre Woods, you eat Eeyore. Everyone's nearly favorite character in Winnie the Pooh is Eeyore, and you just eat him.
Yep. But you know, I think this was a good foundation of what could be. I know people got upset because they really wanted it to be campy, but they were taking it seriously. And I think number 2 is where they leaned a lot into the camp when they introduced Tigger and Owl. And because let's be honest, I guess we're going to move on to number 2, because Tigger is basically Freddy fucking Krueger. He is basically Freddy Krueger in this movie.
To where we're going at now, there's the whole bunch of, because of course it was Pooh, Piglet in the first one. Now we got Pooh. Piglet's back for some reason, which we actually know how. I love how they fixed their mistakes of the first movie. I love this, and that they say the first one is a movie of what technically happened to Christopher Robin in the woods. So they're like, oh yeah, the movie's in the universe and it's not actually real. We were just showing you guys, like, it's so confusing, but it's so good how they like fixed their mistake with it. Which I agree with you on this one. They done a lot better with the budget. The characters actually look like animals now.
Yes, and that was
one other thing before I'll let you go is Scott Chambers as Christopher Robin. So much better. I love that cast.
The recast is the best part, not the best part, but it was so needed. Scott Chambers as Christopher Robin was 1,000 times better. And I totally agree with you. Winnie the Pooh actually looks like a fucking bear. Like it's not just a rubber mask. Piglet had the the prosthetics as well. And first off, they did Piglet super early in this movie. He took that shotgun to the face in the beginning of this movie. So that was pretty shocking. But he has they growl. Winnie the Pooh growls. I mean, he's a bear. Of course he's gonna growl, but he never did anything. You have Owl who always was talking in the cartoons. He's the one that's bringing them back to kind of, how do you say, he was basically like the ringleader saying, hey, we need to let these people know who we are. And then when they brought in Tigger, it upped the ante on this one. And this one, they had about $500K to $1 million, and they still made over $7 million with this one. But they put so much more effort into the look of the characters, the writing, the fucking blood and gore. That scene when Tigger's in the fucking club and he's stabbing the people on the rafter thing, dude. Crazy. I loved Blood and Honey too. It was balls to the wall, and they upped the camp and they went for it. And I love that they did that.
Yeah, I do too. A question I got with this, because I'm gonna ask this every movie. When was your first time watching this?
This one was this one. I think I had to rent this on VOD, unfortunately, because the Blood and Honey, both of them I wasn't able to see in theaters, but both, like I said, the first one I bought, or I didn't buy. I rented, and then I watched it on Peacock. But then I know I rented this one because of the first one. So it was still on VOD.
So my first time watching this, I wanted to see this theater so bad. Like, I wanted to. Like, of course, my local theater's not showing it, which I wish they would, like, start, like, picking up these to show.
Yeah.
But I had to wait for VOD for this one. I actually bought it so I could have it, because of course me and my brother like share my account. So and he lives on his own, and he kind of wanted to watch the second one. Like, he wanted to watch it in theaters, but of course, like, when this came out, like, he had a different job. He didn't work with me anymore, so he got off later, so we couldn't make the showing. But I watched this, and I actually enjoy this movie so much. The budget's higher. I like that, like you said, the designs, everything. I like this. There's a story in this, and I like this story a lot. I like the acting. The beginning goes so fucking hard.
Yeah, it set the tone for sure. And I agree with you. The story, how they involve like the PTSD and the flashbacks and all that with Christopher Robin and going through therapy, and like, you know, there's something there within this film. And that that opening with the RV and then them just torching that one chick.
Did you know the twist was coming? Do you know what the twist was? Before the twist happened.
No, and like
remember his brother is Pooh.
Oh yeah.
Did you think that was gonna happen?
No, I didn't.
There was a chance in the back of my mind. I'm like, I think his brother's gonna be Pooh, which I kind of like it a little bit, because I think there's somewhere in that whole entire. Because, okay, a little bit backstory if you guys haven't seen the movies, is that this doctor back like years ago was taking kids and like mutating them with not monsters but animals,
Mm-hmm.
and they would become these humanoid animals like Piglet, Pooh, and all of them. And he kept them locked up, and they escaped. And that's how they. No, he didn't. No. I remember now. He didn't want them anymore, so he killed all of them. And they came back to
Yeah.
life, and this is when they have their whole regenerate powers of everything that they have. So they came out of the ground. They lived in Hunger Acre Woods, which I think he always knew because he would always be there with Christopher even when he was younger. So I'm thinking inside of Pooh, which is Christopher's actual brother. I forgot what his name was. He knew that Christopher was his brother the whole entire time, and he just didn't want to leave Christopher. And I think that's why he got so pissed when Christopher went off to college, because he technically, it's kind of like it's the thing of the younger sibling. Like if you have a younger sibling in school and you go away for college, and your sibling gets pissed at you that you're off and you didn't say goodbye or anything.
Yeah.
I think that's the whole relationship right there. Like Christopher left. Pooh got pissed, of course, Piglet, because Piglet grew up with Christopher. Actually, all the animals did, and they got. And of course, they're not going to go out into the to where the fuck Ashtown, because as soon as the adults see humanoid little kids, they're going to kill them.
Yeah.
Even though they can't die, but it's going to freak them out even more that if they regenerate. So they're going to have to stay in the woods. And when Christopher don't come back and he's not bringing them food, that's why they go first of all, get pissed at him, but also go rabbit and eat poor Eeyore.
Yeah. And then in this one, they're tired of living in the fucking shadows, and they're just like, it's time to let them know.
Yeah.
But like I said, this is like a way step up on this.
Another question I got is, it's a little bit of what do you think is going to happen? Because, of course, we're getting a third one. Of course, Christopher has a little sister.
Mm-hmm.
Christopher's little sister's nickname is Rabbit. Rabbit hasn't shown up yet. Do you think she gets turned into Rabbit?
It could be, with how this thing is going, because there's Rabbit is, I think, the last one to be introduced, unless you do also Roo, the kangaroo. But
because you got all of them, because the Heffalumps is going to be in the third one, the Weasels is going to be in the third one.
Yeah. So I think that they might do that, to be perfectly honest with you. And because with that, they're going to have to, I don't want to say they're going to have to
up the stakes.
Yeah, they're going to have to do something for the third one, especially with kind of how this is progressing. And I think, because if I'm not mistaken, Peter Pan is supposed to be the big bad of this universe. How? I have no idea, but that's just what I've heard. Now, obviously, things can change with this Pooniverse, but so I think they're probably gonna go. They're gonna go big swing for the third one for sure. Whether that's turning a literal child into a rabbit, I have no idea.
And what's weird, this is just phase 1.
Oh, I don't know where they're going. I haven't looked.
Oh, no. I have looked that far. We're going to get into that at the very end of this. There's a whole setup. Like, they already got set up, like, a lot of phase 2 already.
Okay.
But, of course, at the end of this one... Oh, what are you going to say before I go on?
No, go ahead.
At the end of this one, this is when we learn fully about the regenerate powers. Because at the very end of the movie... Because of course, we think that Christopher kills Pooh, because they take the sister, they take Rabbit because they want to turn her.
Yeah,
and I think it's going to happen sooner or later. But Christopher thinks he kills Pooh, and we find out later on. Like, I think it's a post-credit scene right at the end of the movie. I think it's right at the end of the movie that him and Piglet are regenerating.
Yeah.
which I kind of want to see what they do with the third one, because I don't know, is the third one supposed to come out after Pooniverse or before Pooniverse?
I have no idea the schedule of this. Because the only one that I know that we're getting next is Pinocchio, unstrung, unstrung.
Unstrung.
Yeah. So we know that they're coming back because they're going to have to, like I said, as far as I know, go up against Peter Pan, which is kind of funny. But if you've watched Peter Pan, you know why, because Peter Pan is a motherfucker. Did you want to go into Peter Pan?
So, first of all, when did you see this?
So I finally made this one at the limited theater release. I went the first night it was available, and I saw it in theaters. Pretty packed theater, to be honest with you. But I saw this one, and it surprised the shit out of me. As of right now, it's still in my top 10 of the year just because of the experience and how much it blew away my expectations, because this movie is dark, it's gritty, it's gross, and it goes places that I didn't think it was gonna go. Like, there are some scenes in here, especially toward the end of the movie, that just it got me. And this one also had a legitimate story. This is the first one that Scott Chambers actually directed. And I think his vision with this, going super dark and basically making Peter Pan a, for lack of a better word, child-killing maniac was awesome. I don't know if that makes me a bad person, but it was awesome.
So it was one of those fuck them kids movies.
Yeah. It was all about taking kids to Neverland. And like I said, this one touched on a lot of different things. It touched on addiction. It touched on mental health, identity, gender identity, those type of things. It touched on a lot of different things. And I thought it was a good building block to show how gnarly this fucking franchise can get.
So the first time I watched this one, I didn't get to see this one in theaters either. Oh no, you saw it in theaters. I didn't get to see this one in theaters. So I bought it the day after it was released on Amazon or Prime. Watched it. I enjoy this one. I will determine it in my whole entire ranking at the very end, though.
Yeah.
And when everyone's saying this, like when they were not hyping up, when they were talking about the movie, that they took a lot of inspiration from the French film Inside. And after watching it, yeah, they did. I don't know about the subject matter in it, but how hard the movie went and how gory it was, it did. And they might take it from another movie. I haven't watched it. I know you have watched it, Goobs, but this reminded me a lot of Frontiers.
Yeah, it like I said, this, I guess we can go just full blown because hashtag spoilers. Peter Pan is an addict in this movie, and Tinkerbell is his partner that he kidnapped from a child, and he was a little boy when he kidnapped him, and he, like I said, this is when it gets into like the gender identities and those sort of things with Tinkerbell. But this movie, it's a fucked up family for sure. Because they are essentially the couple, and she's getting high off pixie dust, which is heroin. Is heroin. And he is so out of his fucking mind in his mental state that he thinks that he needs to kidnap these kids, and certain kids need to go to Neverland, and the other kids that don't get to go to Neverland, he kills. Spoiler, he kills all of them. But you have Mary and her brother, and I can't think of Michael. He kidnaps Michael, and Mary goes on the trail to find him.
No, it's not Mary. It's Wendy.
Fuck, Wendy. That's what I meant. I'm horrible with names. But Wendy is going to find him, and it's kind of like a we got to go find and get him back kind of taken situation. But it shows what I really like about this film is that it started off hard as shit when he's at the actual carnival. And I loved how they had the shot where he's standing in the middle of the carnival with the fucking light shining on him and got that Peter Pan shadow. Awesome callback to the original, cartoon and stuff. Like, I felt this one, they took a lot of care crafting this one, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? And I think that was just Scott Chambers' vision. Like, he wanted to do a literal twisted childhood story. Not campy, not over the top. He wanted to go serious and get that tonal shift because of this being the bad guy of the universe.
So, the beginning of this, when you were talking about it, it reminds me of two films. And they both involve clowns for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
The Circus reminds me of Circus of the Dead. A lot.
Oh, yeah. He's picking out the kid and how, yeah.
Kind of like how Papa Corn picks out that family.
Picks out the family.
And then the second thing, which is a little bit like, kind of like a copycat of it, but I would not say full copycat, it's chapter 1.
Yep. Georgie in the sewer.
Yes.
Yeah. It definitely had that tone and like the, I shouldn't be talking to strangers. And I lost my mom, trying to get the kid to talk to him and get close enough to grab him. Now, I will tell you this. When that mom came out and saw and ripped him away, I did not expect that movie for it to go as crazy as it did within that first 15 minutes. My jaw was on the floor when he's fighting that mom and he hits her with she starts hitting him with the fucking meat tenderizer, and then he breaks her arm and then goes in for the scalp. I was like, holy shit.
Oh, yeah, the scalp. That's the one thing about movies. There's a couple of things about movies. Scalp is one that I fucking hate.
Dude, craziness, right? And then, like I said, I feel like this one, they weren't going for that B-rated or that B horror movie over the top, campy, cheesy, nothing. No, they wanted to go hard in the paint with this one. And I feel like they did it. And we'll talk about it more in the rankings. But this one was a solid entry to this franchise and one that set the tone about how violent this one can get and how dark this franchise, this universe can get if they wanted to go there.
There's three things I want to talk about before we can head on to the last film in the Pooniverse right now, unless if you got anything else about this one.
Yeah.
The first thing I want to talk about is the whole practical effects of this, and especially with Tinkerbell. Oh, arm where
Yep.
it shows the needle things. I'm like, oh, if you want to talk about something to make you throw up, that will make you throw up.
Yeah.
Just the imagery of that. It made my arm hurt actually.
Yeah.
The second
Like,
thing, it's the ending. When him and Wendy are fighting and he bites Wendy's thumb off.
oh, dude, yeah.
I'm like, oh fuck. And then the third thing is the very ending of she thinks he's dead, but they get a phone call because I think it's like Michael's birthday party or something that they're at. And
Oh, yeah, yeah,
she gets a phone call and it's the music playing all over again.
yeah. So you know he's there. I'm interested, before we move on, I'm interested how they're going to bring Hook involved. Captain Hook.
Oh,
Because
I like the Hook story because we find out that's the boy at the beginning.
yeah. So it kind of, there's more to explore within this one. So, because they kind of threw Hook in there because obviously Peter Pan and Captain Hook and arch rivals and enemies and stuff like that. But real quick, I always thought that Peter Pan was the villain in this story, and Captain Hook was the one that was always trying to take out Peter Pan to free the Lost Boys and to free them from Peter Pan, where they, come with me, you'll never age, you'll stay kids forever. Like, and he basically is kidnapping kids, and that's what he did. He kidnapped Wendy and the fucking, I don't think his name was Mark in the actual cartoon, but he kidnapped them and they flew to Neverland and did all that stuff. So I always thought that Peter Pan was the bad guy and Captain Hook was always trying to save the kids.
I think technically that's what it's supposed to be because I think before Disney done the whole thing, because I think this was never a Disney idea. I think this came out of a tall tale or like a folklore tale of Peter Pan. Secretly, the dark tale is that Peter Pan is a serial killer and he's killing all these kids.
Yeah. I mean, it fits the book. But anything else with Peter Pan?
No, that's probably. I kind of want to see how they set this up though. Is it going to go into a sequel movie or is it going straight into the Pooniverse?
Yeah, like the assemble.
Yeah,
I'm wondering. But the most recent watch and release of this that is actually out in theaters now. So check your local theaters, and if you have a showing, go support independent horror. Go support the Pooniverse. But we're going to talk about Bambi the Reckoning.
Before we get into it, I want to say something. Shout out to Slasher Talk on this one. He brought this up, and I didn't realize this. I looked up my showings, and this pisses me off more than ever.
Yeah.
I looked up showings for this movie. You see Justin talk about how the one showing near him was at 10 o'clock at night. The only showing, right? Yeah. I looked up showings near me. All the theaters I normally show it didn't get it at all. There was a theater an hour and 30 minutes away with a showing nearly 10 o'clock at night for it. So I don't know what the hell is happening I know, like he said, like Superman's Fantastic Four. I don't know if it's the release date because a lot of these other ones were released earlier in the year with not these big blockbusters around it. It might be that, or was it you think that they thought people would not be excited as much for a Bambi movie as a Peter Pan or a Pooh movie?
I feel like I get it that theaters all want to make money and everything like that. I know that's the name of the game. But if you want the film industry as a whole and independent films to thrive, you need to get them in your theater. It's just as simple as that, and don't make it where you put it at the ass end of the day. Because I remember my Peter Pan showing was at 9:15. Like it was,
Good
I put my
grief.
girls, yeah, dude, I put my daughters to bed, and then I drove the 30 minutes to go watch it at 9:15 where it was showing. So I remember that, and it's and the theater closest to me had showings at 8:45 and 10 o'clock, I think, Friday and Saturday, but nothing today, nothing tomorrow, or anything like that near me. There's other theaters that have it, but you need this. There needs to be independent films in the theaters. That's just my opinion. And for everybody that bitches about no original stories, no original movies, when you get them, you never fucking support them. So this is why they go back to the sequels, requels, prequels, deepels, every other thing you could think of. You know?
Yeah, 100%. But when they get those, they start bitching.
Yeah, because I mean, look at this. You had a movie that was $100,000 to make in the first one, and it made $7 million. And then you had $500,000 made in 500 to a mil, 500,000 to a million. You made $7.5 million. Let me see what Peter Pan made. I'm just kind of curious.
Oh, I think it was only like $1 million. I think that's why I remember because I looked this up.
Yeah, so so it was about 250,000 to 310 euros, and it made 1.2 million on there. But this was one that only had it for, was it 3 days?
No, then it was extended though. That's the issue.
And it was extended. So
I think it's the property.
it could be, yeah. Now I'm wondering how this one's going to do. So I guess we'll now go into Bambi, because I'm wondering how Bambi's going to do because of the bullshit schedule that. And I know some people that when I made the video that I watched it because of the early access screener from the company itself, they were like, I don't get this in my theater. I don't have a theater, showing this. And it's like, I don't know what to tell you. I wish it could go, nationwide and get into every theater, but for whatever reason, they don't want to carry these independent films. But
okay, let me tell you the answer for that, and everyone that's listening to this. If you want the movie to be put in theaters, tell your theater, go to your theater and be like, I want to see this movie. And I don't need a 10 o'clock showing. If you want to get this movie, get a 4 o'clock showing. If you want to get 1 or 2 showings, get a 4 o'clock showing, get a 7 o'clock showing.
Yep.
So you can go see. Don't get this bullshit 10 o'clock at night when everyone's going to bed, except probably some teenagers or young kids that can go out and watch this thing. And do it on the weekends. Don't do it during the weekdays when we all have jobs to go to the next day or we're working. Do the weekends, do Friday, Saturday, Sunday if you need to. If you 1 or 3 days, do it 4 to 7. Those 2 showings, 4 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and it will be perfect for everybody that wants to go see this movie to see this movie. If you want to put a 10 o'clock show in there, do 3 showings. Do 7, 4, 7, 10. But you gotta do that if you want independent films to succeed, but if you want money also, theaters need the money. Like, I know they got money right now, but a lot of these small pop mom and pop theaters, they don't get a lot of money unless these big blockbusters in there. What about if a town of like 30 people want to see a Pooniverse movie? If you put in the pop and pop theater, they go see it because theaters get half the ticket prices and the concessions. They get full concessions, half the ticket prices. Say if 20 people went and the tickets are what, $10? So you got $200. $100 right there goes to the theater. $100 goes to the profit of the movie. And say you get $30 out of each concession. You literally made $700 for the mom and pop theater.
Yep.
That they could go and put that new equipment, get more things. That's what needs, and it's a relationship. People don't realize this. It's a relationship for both things, for movie theaters and for movies. Without the movie theaters, movies will not be successful, and without a lot of these movies being in theaters, none of these theaters will be successful.
Yep. Yeah. It's just hard to kind of, you want a champion for these independent films, and it's like David versus Goliath. You know what I mean? What are you gonna fucking put in your theater? Fantastic Four or Bambi the Reckoning? You know, of course you're gonna have 30 shows of Fantastic Four throughout the whole day, and then the last 2 slots you'll put it at the end for Bambi. You know what I mean? But
what's worse is that they released it not only Fantastic Four, but Superman's still out. So you got the 2 biggest superhero movies right now of the year.
Yep.
In the place competing with Bambi.
Yeah. Same thing with the Home and House on Eden, and you know the other, like, these independent horror movies. They're just bad slots right now. But we got some that are coming out that are going to be even in a better slot, and independent film and horror movies especially will definitely succeed. But I'm going to make a claim for you here. Bambi the Reckoning, I think, is conceptually the best in this universe. I think the concept of it, the story, the writing, the fucking blood and gore, the story behind it, the meaning of the story, and its allegories, I think this is the best one in the franchise. Is it my favorite? Stay tuned. But I think it's the best one out of the franchise.
Okay, for me for this one, because of course we're doing spoiler free first because we're this new one right now.
Yeah.
I like this one. Like I said before, it does the same thing. Sorry about that. It does the same thing with the rest of the last 2 movies. It's consistent. It keeps the same consistency of being good. And for me, it might just been the time I feel like it was late at night coming off of work and everything watching this. Like, I thought the beginning was a little bit slow. But there's a lot in this movie. I like the story. I like the twist, the kind of like twist at the end. I knew it as soon as the film began. I knew what the little thing was. The kills in this go fucking hard. There's one kill when we get in spoiler section that might be the gnarliest kill in this whole entire universe. This film, they don't acknowledge it, but they pay a little bit of homage to a certain Bambi character in this. And if they can get the full rights to this Bambi character, I'm so fucking in for it.
Yeah. Like I said, this one I feel and it sucks because, like I said, this is battling the blockbusters right now. But I think this will be the most enjoyable for a lot of people. Yes, it's a CGI mutated deer. Who gives a shit? When you watch this, you will see the vision, and just, you have to see this one. But we can jump into spoilers if you're ready.
Yeah.
All right, so click off if you haven't seen Bambi the Reckoning.
Come back.
What is your favorite kill?
Oh, it's the bear trap. Okay, it's the bear trap. And you know what's the little character I'm referencing in the Bambi story?
Thumper.
It's Thumper. I'm like, oh, Thumper. I literally said that watching. I'm like, oh, it's Thumper. I
Yeah.
know it's Thumper, but they
Yeah, I
don't have
said
the
the same.
rights to say it's Thumper yet.
I said the same thing. I was like, is that supposed to be Thumper? And then all of them kind of popped out. And that whole setup to that kill where he fell in the shit first. And then he's got shit all in his face. And then the little rabbit comes up and he starts hopping. And it's funny. I was watching it and I go, don't kick it. Don't kick it. And right as I said that, he fucking kicks it. I'm like, oh, you're dead. And I didn't expect all the other ones to pop up, though.
Oh my god! You know what this just reminds me of? The Lost World Jurassic Park. You know the guy when the little dinosaur said he kicks the dinosaur off.
Yeah,
it reminds me of that. I knew they would back up. I'm like, oh fuck! I saw the bear trap back there. I'm like, his face is going in the bear trap. And when he did, I was like, oh fuck! I'm like, what's going to happen though? And they start eating him. I'm like, oh my god! Yep. I'm like,
these are ravenous.
They're ravenous thumpers.
Yep, ravenous thumpers. Now, real quick before I want to go into kind of like I said, the conception of the film. So real quick, it's nothing too deep. But I liked how they put in. They made this. They tackled a lot about like environmental hazards that companies do, and like waste dumping and the effects that it can have on nature and animals and everything like that, and also corporate cover-ups with the dad. How he was a part of that fucking he's basically cleanup crew, and they're trying to take all these animals that got mutated from the company's waste dumping, and they're trying to cover it up. I thought that was really fucking smart because, like I said, it has a great concept. It's deeper than just a fucking mutated deer killing people. Now, if you're looking for that, this is the movie for you because it's fucking fantastic. But it also has heart. It has meaning. And I didn't expect to get that emotional over this fucking movie. Did you?
No, I'm like, to be honest, I'm like, because I'm the last one saw of all of y'all. And when you guys said it was emotional, I'm like, where the fuck is the emotion in this? And once it hit the end, I'm like, oh my god, this is where the emotion is. And it hit me like a fucking train.
Yeah, because I didn't expect, because I was wondering how they were where the story was going from the beginning. It's the mom and son. They're driving to see the in-laws' house, and they were supposed to meet the dad. He said that he can't come in, so you're kind of like, oh, okay, piece of shit, dad, whatever. They're on their way to the freaking in-laws' house in the middle of the woods, and that's when the first Bambi attack happens. And you're just like, oh shit, we're getting right into it now. But you didn't know why Bambi was like that until further to the end. And I thought about this also. This movie has quite a bit of, it touches on motherhood and parenting a lot. And like, because obviously the first Bambi, the mom gets taken out by the hunter, everything like that. This one, Bambi's mom obviously gets the fate, but Bambi grows up and gets a wife, has a baby. Fucking wife gets got, and the baby gets kidnapped by these people in the company that you find out it was the dad who runs this, and they're trying to fucking lure Bambi in to kill him to cover up their dumping and causing mutations of animals. And god damn, when I was like, oh shit, they took his damn kid. And that's where the whole emotion starts coming in toward the end. But my favorite kill, I'm going to switch gears here. My favorite kill is when that guy's taking a piss and he hears something in front of him. So he kind of pushes the branches away. And then you just see the drive-by. Boom, and his head just comes clean off.
Oh my god, I forgot about that kill.
And it, like I said, if you want carnage, if you want blood, if you want fucking just absolute banana kills, this is the one for you. But it still has heart, and it is, thinking about it more after I watched it the first time was just it. You just see the difference from Blood and Honey 1 to Bambi conceptually. It's progressively gotten better. It's bringing this childhood, this twisted childhood universe into a legit thing, let's be honest. Because the first Blood and Honey, you're like, this can't be real. Then the second one, you're like, oh shit, they're just going to go crazy camp and just blood and gore. Then Peter Pan, you're like, well, goddamn, they're going dark as shit now. This one is heartfelt. It's gory and campy. It has a message. And now I'm just excited to see what they're going to put into Pinocchio. Also, Pinocchio, we don't have a release date yet, but Pinocchio is fully animatronic. And Richard Brake and Robert Englund both have parts in that movie. So
as Geppetto and Jiminy Cricket.
Yeah, I don't know which one is which, but I think
Geppetto is
Brake.
No.
Is it Brake?
Yes.
And then Jiminy is, I think, Robert Englund. But either way, when you're getting names like that into this type of film, this is something more than just let's make a silly open domain name. They're making this shit happen.
So I have looked up the cast for this movie on Letterboxd. You're right. Jiminy is played by Robert Englund. Geppetto is played by Richard Brake. I don't know if Letterboxd is telling the truth or not, but Mr. Michael Darling, Wendy's younger brother, it says he makes an appearance in this also.
Oh shit! So we may get our first We potentially may get our first crossover.
I'm wondering if this starts the setup of the whole entire thing. This is the little pieces that Brand starts spraying it all together.
Because let's just for reference, I just want to kind of go off of the progression that this had. So, Blood and Honey got a 2.9 stars on IMDb. Blood and Honey 2 got 4.6 average. Peter Pan. Hold on.
So while you're doing that, I'm gonna bring up something real quick. I don't know if this is 100% true, but there's a premiere day and there's a theatrical date. It's not the United States. It looks like the Argentinian Film Festival that I think Chuck has mentioned before is getting this November 6th. It's going to be premiering there.
Okay.
And it has the theatrical release date in Spain for November 14th.
Oh, wow.
So I'm not shocked if we don't get this around Thanksgiving time.
Yeah.
If I'm looking at each, I don't know. If you want to, perfect. I know the date. If you want to release it sometime during the Thanksgiving season, do it on Black Friday.
Yeah.
Because all the other weeks before, you got big blockbusters. You got Running Man, comes out the 7th, which you don't need to release it there. You get Now You See Me 3 the next week. Then you got Wicked for Good. Then you got Zootopia that day before. So I know you have all these big blockbusters, but if you don't want to compete nothing on that Friday because there's literally nothing releasing that Friday.
Yeah.
Do it that Friday because you can't do it the next week because you're going to compete with Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, definitely. And that's a good thing there. They're good points. But going back, Peter Pan got 4.9. So you're going up and up. But you want to know what Bambi's at on average right now?
Oh, for Letterboxd?
On IMDb.
Oh, what is
it? It is at an average of 7.7 out of 10. Now these were all out of 10. So 2.9, 4.6, 4.9, and now Bambi the Reckoning is at 7.7 out of 5. Like, it's going up. Every single movie is getting better.
So to go off your IMDb, I'm going to go off a place where a lot of people don't like reviews from. I'm going off Rotten Tomatoes, though.
Oh, yeah.
The first, Blood Honey, had 3% by the critics.
Yeah.
The second one, which I remember this. Remember the craze of it being 100% for like a solid week?
Yeah.
It's at 48%, so 45% jump.
Okay.
Peter Pan. Let me look up Peter Pan real quick. I wish they had these all connected into like one childhood universe thing. Peter Pan went down a little bit. It's a 43. But I could see probably some of the critics don't like the subject matter and stuff in it.
Yeah.
But Bambi. If I know how to spell Bambi, that's the question. Bambi the Reckoning. Don't have nothing, but I'm going to let me think. So it's got 9 reviews, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I took So if you look at right now, it's averaging 67% out of the 9 reviews. Which out of 9 reviews, that's a big step up.
Yeah. It's like I said, this particular franchise just keeps going up and up. But any other things for Bambi?
Yes. It's the ending. I want to know where Bambi dies at the end. Is the little baby going to become the next Bambi? Because remember, Pooh was supposed to ride Bambi. That came out so wrong when I just said that.
That's fine. We're talking about Winnie the Pooh killing people and stuff. It's fine.
Because on the poster, does he become the next Bambi?
I think he'll be. It's either going to be something like that, or they may do some sort of regeneration, like Peter or like Winnie the Pooh or something. But I think the easiest way to do it is that Bambi's son or kid becomes the next part of it and seeks revenge, not only for Bambi, but Bambi's bloodline, basically, that got killed.
You join Pooh to kill Peter Pan, which sounds fucking wild. I'm so
confused of how this fucking franchise is going to wrap around, but I'm excited to fucking see it.
Before we do our ranking, you me tell you everything that's coming up.
Oh God, yeah, let's go.
Oh, I got it. It's a wild one. So let me pull it back up real quick. I've been keeping track of this ever since I think second Blood Honey. I keep keeping track of its Jagged Edge Productions.
Yeah.
So of course you got those. Of course, Pinocchio Unstrung. We're getting Pooniverse and Winnie the Pooh Blood Honey 3. which um Ryan's Frank Waterfield is directing, like you said, Pinocchio. He's
Yep.
also directing Pooniverse. Scott Chambers is directing the third Winnie the Pooh movie, which is
Okay.
different, which I want to see his take on this movie.
Yeah.
Then I'm looking down through here, right? This, I'm thinking this should be, yeah, it's this seventh. So if you got Peter Pan, Pooniverse, so I'm guessing Pooniverse will be the next movie probably after Pinocchio. The
Uh-huh.
seventh installment is going to be called Awakening Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, Jesus.
So we're going to get that. But we also going to be getting, which I don't know what this is. Ooh. I don't know how true this is. Take this with a grain of salt, guys. This is on Letterboxd. Next Twisted Childhood universe that is part of the Phase 2, which was confirmed. Oh, it was confirmed at the Cannes Film Festival and on Scott Chambers' Instagram for the plot. But it is Snow White Returns.
Okay.
Then after that, we got directed by Scott Chambers. This is confirmed as a part of Phase 2 of the TCU also. It is Alice and the Mad Hatter. Plus, we see the Mad Hatter on the poster for the Pooniverse.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
then we got our first couple of spinoffs coming. So our first spinoff we got is part of Phase 2, confirmed to be part of Phase 2 of the TCU, and this is Tigger Returns. So we're finally getting a full Tigger movie, which I'm excited for.
The day.
To be honest, the way Tigger is in Blood Honey 2, I will want a full movie with him.
Yeah.
Then after our second one, which I think this is a prequel because of what happened to this character in Neverland Nightmare, but we're supposed to get a spin-off movie, also in Phase 2, of Tinkerbell. Which is really weird because Tinkerbell gets killed in Neverland Nightmare.
Yeah.
But so far that is it for the whole Twisted Childhood universe, which I think they're gonna phase more out over time of
just to kind of shit. I'm here for it. I mean, like I said, I think these are ones that you can express your creativity. You can let these filmmakers kind of take an existing character and take it in ways that they seem fit. So,
okay,
I'm down for it.
Do you want to know the synopsis or the plot of Pooniverse Monsters Assemble?
If they got one, sure.
Okay, this is what Letterboxd said. Place your bets. When Peter Pan and Tinkerbell, so Tinkerbell must be alive somehow, assemble an evil team with Mary Poppins. so we're getting Mary Poppins. Winnie and his friends assemble a team to face them, including Bambi, Piglet, Tigger, Owl, Pinocchio. Why the fuck does it say Mary Poppins? Who the fuck is Mary Poppins going to join?
Right?
This is multiverse shit. You gonna have Julie Andrews up here and Emily Blunt over here. Who the fuck is Tintin and many more?
Jesus.
So this is everybody who's supposed to be in the movie so far.
So they're going.
Peter Pan, Pinocchio, Christopher, Wendy. I don't know who the fuck you are. Geppetto, Piglet, Cricket, Owl, Tigger, Tinkerbell, Rat. Okay, so Rabbit. There's gonna be Rabbit. It's not gonna be the little sister. There's actually a whole thing. So Rabbit, our theory just got through out the window. Sleeping Beauty, um Hook, Michael, Bunny's in this, Benji from Bambi,
Yeah.
um, Joey, oh, Michael's,
Uh,
boyfriend, right?
yeah, pretty much.
Um, the cat. Oh my god, they got the fucking cat from
The
Alice in
Cheshire
Wonderland.
Cat.
Yes. Lexi.
So
Um
this will be something else.
oh, Dr. Arthur Gallup. Is that the doctor who was turning everybody?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, this shit's gonna be wild.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. But as of right now, we got 4 movies to rank. So just like we do normally, we'll go round robin. So I'm gonna throw this to you first. What is your number 4? What is your least favorite?
So my least favorite is Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Same here, the OG. Now, what is your second to late or your second to last?
Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare.
Ooh, okay. We're just gonna switch it up a little bit. Mine is, and these 3 aren't bad. I think there's one bad movie in this so far, but I'm gonna go with Blood and Honey 2.
Okay, so my number 2 is Bambi the Reckoning.
My number 2 is also Bambi the Reckoning.
And my number 1 is Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2.
Solid. Mine, of
I
course.
really about rewatched that yesterday.
Mine, of course, with that is Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. So, I think this universe is only going to go up.
Do you think how far it goes, though? That's the question. Because one day this universe is going to end.
Yeah, I think it'll probably be another year or so. I don't think they're going to go too far into it. I think they may do this assemble, maybe something else after, but nothing too crazy.
But if there's a phase 2, what does that lead to? That's the question.
Yeah, I don't know.
And who's going to be the big bad of that?
Right. Well, time will tell, but I'm here for it. But anything else about the Pooniverse from you?
No. Oh, you know what I just thought of? You want to talk about carrying on into like the future? What about if they brought the Jungle Book into the shit?
Yeah. A horror movie Jungle Book.
You got Bully out there?
That'd be something.
Oh, no, you want to know something? Oh my god, you know, I just thought if you want a big bad in this universe, I don't know how long till it hits the domain. Scar.
Yeah, Scar. Well, shoot, you brought up Jungle Book. That fucking tiger, Shere Khan, is a.
That's what I was thinking too.
Shere Khan is a fucking asshole. But yeah,
this thing can go anywhere.
Yeah, they can. They're going to get some money to do what they want, and it's going to be wild regardless. But with all our conversation about the Pooniverse, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. But all of our socials, mine and Dakota's, will be in the comments, the pinned comment below. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. If you're listening to us, 5-star review, Apple, Spotify. If you're watching us, like the video, hit the bell notifications. Let you know when we drop new videos, shorts, anything. And also, let us know down in the comments what your favorite Twisted Childhood Universe movie is. And let us know what you'd like to see in some upcoming episodes. And we might just pick one of your guys's. But until then, Big Goobs, Dakota, hope you guys have a great week. And what do we always say? See you next Tuesday.
See you guys next Tuesday.